Señores y señoras.
All this week, Triple J gets into the 90s.
What we're going to do means time.
Entertainers. An alternative history of alternative rock.
You mean like alternative?
Yeah.
With Craig Shufton.
In 1993, Justine Frischmann placed an ad in the classifieds looking for a guitarist who was into post-punk bands like Wire and the Stranglers. The successful applicant was Donna Matthews, who joined Frischmann, Annie Holland and Justin Welsh
Drums and bass and guitars.
to form Elastica. Over the next 2 years, Elastica released a run of near-perfect singles, 2 of which sounded so much like Wire and the Stranglers that Wire and the Stranglers took them to court for copyright infringement.
What do you think about people saying that it's a nostalgia band?
I think in the 90s it's very hard to make music that isn't self-referential. I think probably by the time I was born, the Beatles and the Stones had probably done everything that could truly be done with rock and roll. So I think it's impossible to be truly groundbreaking now.
According to Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins, this sort of thing had been a problem for 90s bands since the start of the decade.
When Jane's Addiction came out, all I ever heard about them was that they were Led Zeppelin.
Now people were claiming that the Pumpkins were...
They're the next Jane's Addiction.
Green Day were constantly compared to older punk bands,
Like the Buzzcocks, Clash, Sex Pistols wave of punk.
despite the fact that they'd never listened to any of them.
It wasn't even that.
Some musicians found these constant comparisons to earlier bands annoying, including Frischmann's former bandmate, Brett Anderson.
The new Bowie or the new Morrissey. Isn't it quite tiring to always be compared?
Yeah, it's very boring because it's very much a symptom of the 1990s where everything is very reflective and people have to be seen in terms of other people.
But where an earlier wave of British bands had seen the past as a burden,
Has anyone ever said anything about the band that really, really hurts?
They were influenced by the 60s.
Elastica had come to think of it as an inheritance, and Justine Frischmann was determined to make the best use of it.
I mean, the thing is, this is the first time that the 90s has existed. It's the first time that the chemistry of Elastica has existed, and I think that what we're doing is definitely a different combination of people and influences to any group before.
The 90s.
Entertainers. For more stories from the 90s, check out triplej.net.au.
Yeah.